Hello, Taurus. Stop everything you're doing right now and just be still for a moment. Because what I'm about to tell you requires you to actually pause and receive this fully without rushing ahead or overthinking or trying to figure out where this is going before I get there. Someone has made a decision about you, a significant, deliberate, conscious decision that they've been building toward for a while now. And that decision is this: they're coming for you. Not in a passive, waiting to see what happens way. Not in a casual, maybe I'll reach out if the moment feels right way. In a deliberate, I know what I want and I want you way. They've decided that they're not going to wait anymore. They're not going to hope that circumstances bring you together or that you somehow figure out how they feel through hints and signals. They're taking the initiative. They're removing all the ambiguity. They're coming to find you. And here's why that's so significant. People who come looking for you, who actively pursue you, who make a deliberate choice to find their way to you, are telling you something profound through that action. They're telling you that you're worth pursuing, that you're worth the risk, that you matter enough to them that they're willing to be the one who makes the move. Here's what you need to understand immediately. The instruction in the title of this reading, the don't do anything part, that's not passive, that's not resignation, that's not giving up. It's actually one of the most powerful positions you can be in, romantically or in any area of life where you've been putting out significant effort trying to make something happen. Because there's a specific type of energy that gets activated when you stop chasing, when you stop initiating, when you stop doing all the work in a connection that was never meant to be one-sided. When you release the grip, when you let go of the need to control the outcome and simply exist in your own power and your own worth, that energy is magnetic. It creates a vacuum that pulls people toward you. And right now, someone is being pulled toward you by exactly that energy. The energy of you simply existing fully in yourself, the energy of you finally putting down the weight of trying to make something happen and just being. And that being, that powerful, grounded, self-contained being, is what's drawing them to you right now. So when I say don't do anything, what I'm really saying is trust the process. Trust that what's meant for you doesn't require you to exhaust yourself chasing it. Trust that the right people find their way to you when you're operating from your center rather than from your anxiety. Trust that what's coming is already in motion, already decided, already on its way to you. And your job isn't to accelerate it or redirect it or worry about whether it's real. Your job is to simply be ready to receive it when it arrives. Let me tell you who this person is who has decided to come looking for you. For the majority of you watching this reading, this is someone from your past or your present who has been observing you from a distance. This is someone who has watched you grow, who has seen you go through things and come out stronger, who has witnessed your journey, maybe from close up or maybe from the remove of social media or mutual connections, and has been increasingly impressed by who you're becoming. They've been watching you level up, watching you heal, watching you build something in your life that reflects your values and your vision, watching you move through the world with a grace and a confidence that's increasingly magnetic. And at some point, probably recently, something clicked for them. Something made them say, I need to stop watching from a distance. I need to actually go to this person and tell them what I see. Tell them what I feel. Tell them that I'm not content to just observe their journey anymore. I want to be part of it. What specifically triggered their decision to come looking for you? I'm picking up several different catalysts for different viewers. For some of you, this person saw something you posted or shared that resonated with them deeply. Something that showed them a side of you that reminded them why you matter to them. Something that made them feel connected to you across whatever distance exists. And that moment of connection, that flash of recognition, pushed them over the threshold from thinking about reaching out to actually deciding to do it. For others of you, this person reached some kind of personal milestone or completed some kind of personal journey of their own that's given them the clarity and the readiness to pursue what they want. Maybe they've been doing their own healing work. Maybe they've been dealing with something in their life that needed to be resolved before they could show up properly for someone else. Maybe they've been in a period of significant personal growth that's changed how they see themselves and what they want and what they're ready for. And they've emerged from that period knowing that you're what they want. And knowing is enough. Knowing is what sends them looking for you. For some of you, a mutual person in your lives said something or did something that reminded this person about you in a vivid way. Maybe someone mentioned your name. Maybe they heard something about how you've been doing. Maybe a shared memory came up in conversation. And hearing about you from someone else when they've been trying to not think about you too much hit them differently than they expected. It reminded them of what's real, of what they feel, of what they've been avoiding acting on. And that reminder is what's pushing them toward you now. And for some of you, this person's decision to come looking for you is simply the result of time doing what time does, of feelings that refused to diminish despite their best efforts, of missing you in a way that just kept accumulating until the weight of it became impossible to carry any longer without doing something about it. They tried to move on. They tried to convince themselves it wasn't worth pursuing. They tried to replace what they feel for you with something else or someone else. And none of it worked, because what they feel for you isn't the kind of thing you can reason yourself out of or replace with a different connection. It's specific to you, it requires you, and eventually they had to accept that and act on it. Here's something important I want you to know about what this person is going to bring when they come looking for you. They're not coming empty-handed. They're not coming with uncertainty or ambiguity or that exhausting energy of someone who kind of likes you but isn't sure what they want. They're coming with clarity. They've done the internal work of getting clear on their feelings and their intentions before making this move. They know why they're coming. They know what they want to say. They know what they're hoping for. And that clarity is going to be so refreshing after whatever has been confusing or uncertain or incomplete in your romantic landscape recently. You're going to feel the difference immediately between someone who comes to you knowing what they want and someone who comes without that clarity. This person knows, and that knowing is going to feel like finally. What are they going to say when they find you, when they show up or reach out or initiate the contact they've been preparing for? For many of you, this is going to be a confession of feelings that have been present for a long time but unexpressed. They're going to tell you how long they've been feeling this way, and the timeline might surprise you. It might be much longer than you realized. It might reveal that their feelings for you have been running parallel to your life for a while, a quiet constant that they've been carrying. And hearing that timeline, understanding that this isn't just a recent development, but something that's been building and maturing for a significant period of time, is going to make you understand why they're so certain. This isn't a crush. This is feelings that have been tested by time and found to be real. For others of you, what they're coming to say is more practical and forward-looking than confessional. They're not just coming to tell you how they feel, they're coming with a vision, with ideas about what could be, with specific thoughts about how they see a connection between you unfolding. They're coming prepared to build something. Not just to express feelings in the abstract, but to actually propose a direction, a first date, a conversation about what you both want, a specific step that moves things from potential to actual. And that actionability, that concreteness, is going to demonstrate that their interest isn't just emotional, it's intentional. I'm also seeing that when this person comes looking for you, they're going to come with humility. And this is significant. Humility is rare in these kinds of moments. People often come with their defenses up or with bravado, or with an approach designed to protect their ego while still making the move. But this person is coming with genuine humility. They might acknowledge that they waited too long. They might acknowledge uncertainty about how you'll receive them. They might acknowledge that they're not sure if you feel the same way, but that they couldn't not try. And that humility, that willingness to come to you without armor, is one of the most attractive and trustworthy things a person can do, because it means they're being real. They're not performing. They're just honest. Now, let me address something very important that's going to be relevant for many of you. You might feel the temptation when this person comes looking for you to immediately reciprocate everything, to match their energy completely, to say yes to everything they're offering right away, because finally someone is showing up clearly for you. And while that impulse makes complete sense, especially if you've been waiting for this kind of clear, deliberate pursuit, I want to encourage you to also honor your own process. Receiving someone's pursuit doesn't mean you have to have your response figured out immediately. Receiving someone coming to find you doesn't mean you have to skip your own discernment and jump straight into giving them what they're asking for. You're allowed to let their feelings land and take a moment to check in with yourself about what you actually want. You're allowed to be moved by their approach without being swept so far away by it that you lose touch with your own clarity, because your clarity matters just as much as theirs. And the best possible outcome here is two people who are both clear and both choosing each other from that place of clarity, not one person clear and one person swept along by the current of someone else's certainty. So when they come, receive them warmly. Receive their courage and their honesty and the significance of what it took for them to seek you out. And also take the time you need to know your own heart, to check in with what you actually want, to make sure that your yes, when it comes, is as clear and genuine and grounded as theirs. Here's what I'm picking up about the timing of this. This person is close. They're not weeks away from making their move. Days might even be generous in some of your situations. The energy is urgent. The decision has been made. The only thing that remains is the execution. And right now, in your energy, I can feel the imminence of it. Like something that's been held in tension is about to release. Like a door that's been held shut is about to open. Like the space between where things are now and where things are about to be is very, very small. So what do you do between now and when they arrive? Exactly what the title of this reading tells you. Nothing that isn't authentically you. Don't reach out first. Don't try to create situations that might generate their pursuit. Don't check their social media obsessively. Don't strategize about how to be more visible or more appealing or more likely to be thought about. Just live your life. Just be yourself. Just keep doing the things that have been making you magnetic in the first place. The healing, the growing, the focusing on your own path and your own peace and your own expansion. That's what drew them to the decision to come find you. And staying in that energy is what's going to make the moment they arrive land exactly as it's meant to. There's something deeply spiritual about this moment that I want to draw your attention to. Because the dynamic of someone coming to find you rather than you chasing them isn't just strategically better. It's energetically aligned with something important. It's aligned with the principle that what's meant for you will come to you. That you don't have to force your blessings. That you don't have to exhaust yourself pursuing what's yours. That when you're operating from your authentic self, from your genuine worth and value and energy, the right things and the right people find their way to you without you having to drag them there. And this person finding you is proof of that principle. You didn't manufacture their feelings. You didn't engineer their decision. You didn't work some complicated strategy to make them want you. You just were yourself. You just existed in your energy. You just showed up as who you genuinely are. And that was enough. Actually, that was more than enough. That was so compelling, so magnetic, so undeniably attractive to this specific person that they've decided to seek you out. And there's something really beautiful about being loved that organically, about inspiring that pursuit through nothing more than authenticity. Let me tell you what happens after they find you. After the initial contact or conversation or confession, what unfolds next is going to be a period of rapid connection, of things developing quickly because the foundation of real feelings has been present for a while, and now that it's been expressed, there's no reason to hold back. You're going to go from wherever you are now to being in each other's lives in a significant way in a relatively short time. Because this person isn't interested in slow and casual. They've made their decision, they know what they want, and once they've put themselves out there to find you, they're going to be committed to building something real with you. What that something real looks like specifically depends on what you both want and what you discuss together. But what I'm seeing in the energy is something substantial, something that looks like a genuine relationship, regular contact, making plans, integrating into each other's worlds, meeting people who matter to each other, building the kind of shared history and inside understanding that develops when two people commit to actually spending time together and being present for each other consistently. This isn't someone who's going to find you and then disappear again. They've waited too long and decided too deliberately for that. When they find you, they intend to stay. Here's something about this person that I also want you to understand. They've thought about you in the context of the future, not just in the immediate sense of wanting to connect with you now, but in a longer term sense of imagining what it would look like to actually share their life with you in some meaningful way. They've had moments of imagining you in their daily world, imagining conversations they'd have with you, imagining experiences you'd share, imagining what it would feel like to have access to your energy consistently rather than just occasionally or from a distance. And those imagined futures feel good to them. They feel right. They feel like something worth pursuing, even with the risk and the vulnerability that pursuit requires. What you need to receive from this reading more than anything else is this. You are someone worth seeking out. You are someone worth pursuing deliberately and with intention. You are someone whose presence in someone's life is so valuable that they're willing to put aside their fear and their pride and their comfort with the status quo to come find you. That's what this is. That's who you are to this person. And I hope you let that land. I hope you let yourself feel the significance of being sought rather than just settling for being found incidentally. I hope you understand that this pursuit is not just flattering. It's confirmation. Confirmation of your worth. Confirmation that you're exactly as special and magnetic and worth loving as your best self has always known you to be. The era of you doing all the reaching, all the initiating, all the wondering whether you matter enough for someone to make an effort for you, that era is over. Someone is coming to find you. Someone has already decided. Someone is already in motion toward you. And when they arrive, they're going to show you what it looks like when someone chooses you fully, deliberately, and with complete awareness of what they're choosing. Don't do anything. Just be you. Just stay in your power. Just trust that what's yours is on its way. And get ready to be found by someone who knows exactly what they've been looking for and is certain that it's you. Have you been in a season where you felt like you've been doing too much of the pursuing? Have you been sensing that someone is about to shift the dynamic and come to you instead? Have you felt the energy of someone circling closer, even if they haven't made the actual move yet? Drop a comment and share what you're experiencing. I want to hear your story. And if this reading felt like it was speaking directly to your situation, like it described something you've been sensing but couldn't quite articulate, Please subscribe for more intuitive guidance. Someone has made a decision about you. Someone is coming looking for you, and they're bringing with them everything you've been waiting to receive. Stay ready, stay open. Stay in your beautiful, magnetic, worthy energy, because you're about to be found.